Hey, Jason from Pro Guitar Studio here today to talk about Hendrix-style double stops. Now, when I think of Jimi Hendrix, I think of two things. One is the Hendrix chord, otherwise known as E7 sharp 9, but I also think of double stops. Basically where we're playing two notes at once, but the way he did it was not necessarily unique, but it was unique to his sound. It definitely was a big part of the Jimi Hendrix style. Okay, so players that came after him that tried to copy what he did, that was what sort of carried on. Okay, so the chords, but also the double stop style of guitar playing. So the piece I've written today will help you work through these double stops. Won't sound like Hendrix because I've made it intentionally not like Jimi Hendrix. I don't want to copy his style completely, but I'm taking his ideas and giving you something to practice that will help you work on what he used. Okay, so basically what made his sound popular, the double stop style of melodic guitar playing. We're going to work on that here today. So let's take a listen to the piece. Like I said, it's going to be a little different in terms of the style, but I've taken elements of what he did, what Stevie Ray Vaughan did, and also put it over a blues progression, and came out together sounding like this. Okay, so now that we've heard the piece, we're going to jump right in and get started. Okay, so we're going to start off with the low E string, and to get started with the double stops, we want to play the low E, and we're going to play the E major pentatonic, which is, on, we'll say string number 6, 9, 12, and then 9, 11 on the 5th, 9, 11 on the 4th, 9, 11, 9, 12, 9, 12. You don't need to know that though. All you have to work on is the piece that I'm going to show you here. So we're going to start off with the low E string, and then we're going to play 9 and 9 on string 5 and 4. And the idea here for the double stop style that Jimi Hendrix did was that he arched his fingers. So we played these two strings, strings 5 and string 4 on the 9th fret. And instead of playing the next string as like say 11 and 11, he didn't do that. He would actually keep that first finger barred and arch that ring finger over. So this is what we're going to focus on here today, okay? So we're going to play 9 and 9 and then 11 and 9. So you got to arch that and make sure both notes are audible. Then we're going to go to string 4 and 3 and do the same thing. 9 and 9, 11 and 9. String 3 and 2, we're going to play 9 and 9. We're going to switch it up here and use some notes from the major scale. We're going to play 11 and 10. Then we're going to pick again and slide up 2 frets. So 13 and 12. And then as we pick up, we're going to slide back. Okay? 9 and 9 with that bar. 11 and 9 on string 4 and 3. 9 and 9 on string 4 and 3. Back to 11, 9 on string 4 and 3. Alright, so that's our first phrase. The second phrase is everything the same, even up to the slide. But the very last note is, last two notes I guess are a little bit different. So go. First time, second time. And instead of playing 9 and 9 and 11 and 9 on string 4 and 3, we're going to play just 9 and 9 on string number 2 and 3. Alright, we're going to repeat that whole thing one more time. So as you work through this, remember to arch those fingers, right? That's really the biggest part here. So if you need to work on just that first phrase, that's very important. I'm doing all down picks here. Hendrix also did like a lot of hammer-ons. We're just going to focus on trying to pick as many notes as we can today, though, just to get the finger motions going, okay? So that E phrase we did, it was a two-part phrase, part A, part B, and we did it twice in a row. The next thing we're going to do is play the A string. We're going through a 12 bar blues, so we're going to the A chord. And we're going to play 9 and 9, and then 11 and 9. And we're going to play 9 and 9 on string number 2 and 3. 11 and 10. Slide up and down again. So 13 and 12. 9 and 9. 11 and 9 string 4 and 3, then 9 and 9 string 2 and 3 again, back to 11 and 9. Okay. And then finish off with 9 and 9 string 4 and 3, and 11 and 9. And then the second time we're going to repeat everything the same. That part, 9 and 9, and then 11 and 9, twice in a row, and then we're going to slide up on string number 1 and 2 to 14, back to 12 on both strings. So that's one of my favorite parts in this whole piece right here. Then we go back to our phrase we did originally. So to start off, we did it twice in a row. We're just going to do it one time here. The second ending. The next phrase, we're going to copy what we did on the E chord, but in the key of B. So we have to come over here, or over the B chord, the B note, 7th fret, string number 6. And we're going to play 4 and 4 on string 5 and 4, 6 and 4, 4 and 4 on the middle 2 strings, and then 6 and 4, 4 and 4 on strings 2 and 3, and then we have 6 and 5, slide up 2 frets, and return. So to 8 and 7. Back to 4 and 4, string 4 and 3, we're going to go to the 6th fret and 4th fret, 4 and 4, and then back to 6 and 4. Then we're going to repeat our second half of the A phrase we did before with that slide at the top, right? So that was the same looking at your sheet as measure number 6. And then back to our original phrase. So the two-part phrase, right? And we finish that off like that. So really this piece, it's not that challenging the way it's laid out. It's really challenging to play through those pieces. So if you're watching the video and you're having trouble trying to figure out what I played at certain parts, what you can do is you can actually slow it down by using the settings wheel. So click on the settings, slow it down to 0.75. You can see my fingers working more slowly through it, and that'll help you see it in a in a slowed down form that you can actually follow a little easier. But otherwise, work on it piece by piece until you get it down, and then try to put the whole thing together. So don't worry about playing it fully in time right away. Just get the technique right. So the arched fingers, that can be a lot of fun. Now, if you're a student here, you get access to the PDF, the backing track, and I'm also including the chords that I played for this. So what I played beneath this was a little different than a standard blues because I used a nice... Took some of the Stevie Ray Vaughan playbook, played some of his chord shapes there. Which, I mean, they're jazz chord shapes, but that's what I was thinking in terms of influence. And so as we work through it, you'll hear some other chords that sound pretty fun and pretty interesting and are fun to play, I should say. But yeah, all students get access to that kind of stuff. So if you like what you learned today, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.